What up, 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 what up? What's good, people? What is up? What is they went from the fourth level of hell and sent us down to the seventh level of hell. Why? Because then you got Kwanzaa pulling out her titties. The whore pulled out her titties. And these whore bags over here started feeling and fondling on her tits. Mike.
I don't have it to do with you. Girl, you can go over there, rant and rave. Girl, you can shake all your rainbow bright hair all you want, dear one. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I don't have nothing to do with you, and I'm done. Baby, you can scream my name from the rooftops from now till Jesus come back. I'm done after this.
Introduced to Tick's Meat. Do you see what I see? Did y'all really let Hello Casting Wardrobe? Y'all let him roll up out of wardrobe with these fans on, giving us all of this, thinking we were not gonna see it. We have been waiting with bated breath and anticipating all season long for the slightest glimpse, and y'all just put it out there this episode in all of its magnificent glory.
Listen, that young man said, "Baby, you ate on this first date. You giving up the cooch on the first date, okay? Or you gonna run me my coins? Run me my cooch or run me my coins? Run me my cooch or run me my coins? Run me my cooch or run me my coins." That's our new theme song. That is the new song. Listen, somebody need to put a beat to that. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. This what y'all got going on.
Called out Sandcastle. Sand, bitch. Ow. Oh my God, it was so funny, girl. Ooh, baby, listen, let me tell you something. This shit started to turn into the precursor for some gay porn. That's what I thought it was. Because Big T is getting all, the voice starting to go deeper and get a little more wet and moist and sentimental and all this shit. And it was real gay at this point. Like, I thought the bitches was gonna, I thought Lil Murder was gonna turn Big T around and do him like he did Uncle Cliff and do the grease it up with City Lou and ran right in there. It's not a coincidence that Big T started off the conversation by trying to find out if Lil Murder was fucking Mercedes, which he found out he's not. It's also not a coincidence that he would start talking about prison. Why? Because the bitches was probably fucking in prison. Girl. Uncle Clifford, you better go get your man. Big T got plans for that. Well, he had it on look like something Big Bird vomited up or something like that. Like, I did not like it. That Big Bird couture he was going for, it did not work. Like the pastor of a gay mega church on Easter Sunday. Okay, it was way too much sequins. He had way too much makeup. Baby, his face looked like Iyanla Vanzant's neckline. Okay, just way too much makeup, clumped in everywhere on his face. Get it together, sweetheart. And you're a big girl, so that gives you a whole lot of canvas. So that was a whole lot of makeup, honey. Yeah. Rico looked like he was auditioning to be one of the three kings, or he was auditioning to be the main character on Jesus Christ Superstar. Girl, Wayne, did you have on a blue thong or a blue G-string or something? If you did, I want to see it. Get me up in my DMs. I do want to see if you have a blue thong or a blue, Joshua or something like that. I'd love to see it. Anyway, but I liked it with the turtleneck. Now, Troy.
Jesus Christ, superstar. What's going on, y'all? What is up? We are here. What is going on? I am fixing me something to drink on. Nothing alcoholic, although I can make it alcoholic. Let's be clear. We can always do that. But I'm making one of these, what is this, cherry pomegranate things that I got from the store that you pour in your water. It's so good. Anyway, it's cherry pomegranate lemonade. It's so good. Anyway, hey everybody, let me say hello to y'all as y'all come in. I know y'all are coming over from my big sis, really be my older, much older big sis really be is sent y'all over here, and I thank her. I appreciate her for thinking about the doll. Anyway, let me say hey to y'all as y'all come up in the chat. We're gonna have us a good time today. Listen, you know how I know we're gonna have a good time today? Let me tell y'all why. Because the dossier today is not packed at all, okay? And y'all know, for those of you who be around here all the time, whenever the dossier is real short and light, we fly off the handle. Those are the good shows. So because the dossier ain't too packed, y'all already know what that means. Y'all already knew what that means. So, you know, buckle up, Buttercup. We're about to have a good time. Let me greet y'all appropriately and say hi to y'all because y'all is already up in here, and I want to make sure that I um say hey to y'all. Where y'all at? Hey, Lock Queen, what's going on, boo? Tracy W is here. How are you, sweetheart? Not that's I said Tracy damn W. That is Tracy C. Not to be confused with Tracy W. The other half of the Double Mint Twins. Yes, Tracy, run me my cooch or run me my coin. Run me my cooch or run me my coin. Run me my cooch or run me my coin. Shout out to those of us that was here for that story that we did that day. And that song came just while we were telling this story. For those of you who weren't here, it was real quick, it's 15 seconds. It was a story about a man, I think it was over in England. He took this lady to dinner. Something happened. I don't remember what happened with the dinner, but the dinner didn't go right, and he had to pay this money. And how about he pulled out his gun and made that lady, and he asked her to pay for her meal. She said no. When they got ready to leave, he pulled out his gun, escorted her ass to the goddamn ATM, and said, "Baby, you finna give me this money, or you finna catch some, you finna catch you some hard lead up in your body." And that's where the run me my cooch or run me my coins, run me my cooch or run me my coins. Because he was mad because the lady wouldn't give him none and wouldn't pay for the meal. So he was like, baby, you gonna either give me my money back or you gonna give me some. And she had to give him the money. Now he ended up getting arrested, but that young man said, run me my cooch or run me my coins, run me my cooch or run me my coins. I'm just saying, hey Tarshell, how are you today? Lovely 31 Blueprint. It's good to see you, boo. What is up? Cross Country Cruiser is here, and I love it. I love it. I love it. How are you doing, Cross Country Cruiser? I know you were on the mend from some surgeries that from a surgery that you had. So just give us an update on how you doing, making sure you all right over there. Tawana D, what's up, boo? Mm-hmm. Hey, lovely True Red, what's going on, sweetheart? Child, we finna have fun today. There go my big sis right there. There she go. There she go. Mm-hmm. Hey, Tracy W. The second half of the Double Men Twins is here. Chicken, get your chicken here. Wait, why you got this middle finger up? Really be? What is this smoke about? What is all this about? Hey, Tiffany Blue. Tiffany Blue, you see what I got to go through with Really Be over here? Lord. Child. Lord. Ruru, you got to be over here enough to know Really Be is always coming at my good throat. And I don't even do nothing to that woman. I don't say nothing to her. She just be coming at my throat. And I don't be doing nothing. Nothing. So every now and again, I got to give her a little bit in retaliation. Hey, Therese, what's good? What's good, sweetheart? What is good? Hero. Hey. What's good, girl? Hey, Mind Reader 23. Miss Shorty B is in the building. Brown Mama is here. Uncle Jay is here. Where you been, Uncle Jay? Because we talked about that in class yesterday, Uncle Jay. We did a whole thing about it yesterday, Uncle Jay. We talked about this. You can't be missing class and then come the next day trying to break news that we don't already broke yesterday. Child. You was hemmed up with Trade. You was riding up with Trade. That's why you missed class yesterday. Mm-hmm. Hey, Universal Goddess. Shout out to all of the members. If you are a member, can you please flood the chat with members only emojis because we have such a good time over down to the members only chat. Shout out to the members. I'm just saying. Because we have a good time down to the members only chat. She run up a big tab. She was eating good until he wanted her to child. Wasn't she eating good, Tracy? Mama was over there eating good until he said, oh, I can't get none? Nah, sis, you gotta run me my money. Mm-hmm. Paul, y'all know what? Let's give Paul a hand clap because Paul came to class early and on time today. That means him and Trey got done early enough so he could be here. I'm so proud of you today, Paul. Mm-hmm. The break is almost here, Tiffany. We got 2 days, Tiffany, too. Really one, because you know ain't nothing happening on Friday. You already know. Girl. Okay. Physical therapy is helping a lot. Okay, great. Good. Hey, Yana, what's going on, boo? Montrez, what's good, bruh? What is going on? I did get that information from you. So I did go to the website, Miss Shorty B. I saw it. Thank you so much for sending me that. Shout out to all of the members. Child. I know you was. I knew it had something to do with some men. Child, between you and Paul. Child. Anyway, if y'all ready to get this party started, I'm ready. If y'all ready, I'm ready. Let's get this party started. Put a Shondo in the chat. Or y'all already put it in the chat. All right. Well, let's go ahead. Larry, you ready? Larry. It's raining outside. So, you know, he over there watching it rain outside. You ready, Larry? Okay. Y'all, Larry is ready. Ladies and gentlemen, non-binary gender conforming members of our audience, I present to you the great Larry Myers to help us usher in our Sugar Spike segment.
You see, this is the part that I like.
Major Sugar Spike.
So love now, I want to fight. Daddy gave his only begotten son.
Major Sugar Spike.
And shall ever believe.
Major Sugar Spike.
They shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
Taste the biscuit.
Jesus! I wish somebody help me.
Jesus. Thank you, Larry. So we start today with the news that that CNN broke, but it is regarding Matt Gaetz. So remember, let's walk this backwards, okay? Hey, Jeannie, what's going on, boo? Let's walk this backwards, okay? Let's go all the way back. So if we go all the way back, you'll remember when Matt Gaetz was the nominee to be the attorney general. He was Donald Trump's, hey, crazy homebody girl. He was Donald Trump's pick for attorney general. So this was all a rouge. Now, if you go way back before Kevin McCarthy was ceremoniously exited from the speakership in the United States House of Representatives, there were allegations made against Matt Gaetz. Now, the allegations actually go back to 2021 and 2022. These allegations allege that Matt Gaetz was involved in a sex trafficking ring and that he was paying to have underage girls sent to him to do only God knows what to. He would be sending the payments via things like CashApp and PayPal and things like that, and putting code language in that in the notations for said payments to let the person know that he was paying for these girls. So there's also the story where he allegedly did some things with the girl that was underage at the time. Her friend testified, her friend that was at this party with Matt Gaetz and the victim were there as well, and she testified to that as well. All of this is going on while Matt Gaetz is sitting on the floor of Congress as a sitting member of Congress. Fast forward a few months after that, Matt Gaetz is the one who puts on the floor the resolution to remove Kevin McCarthy as Speaker of the House because they didn't feel, and it had everything to do with, I believe it was a spending bill, or to, I believe that's what it was. If I remember correctly, it was a spending bill. The conservatives did not like what Kevin McCarthy was doing. The fact that Kevin McCarthy was trying to reach across the aisle. Right, he had another friend that worked for the state of Florida and was also involved in the same sex ring. So, um, Kevin McCarthy and all of the acolytes over there, Paul Gosar and Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert, hell, even even Representative John Doe, George Santos was still in Congress at that time. So Matt Gaetz introduces a resolution on the floor to remove Kevin McCarthy as Speaker of the House. He got a couple of his friends to back him. After that, Kevin McCarthy's gone. Kevin McCarthy and the establishment Republicans then are livid and upset because now even those that reported to be ultra conservative, many of them were not way over there hanging off the right side of the house, way out there with the yahoos from Petticoat Junction, okay? And many of them were, I wouldn't say centrist, but they were closer to the center than some of the far right wings. So the faction that was closer to the center, which make up the majority of the Republican Party over there, they were very upset with Matt Gaetz for doing this. It was going around Congress that they even though there was a House Ethics Committee case on Matt Gaetz that was that the House Ethics Committee said already done prior to Kevin McCarthy being removed from office, it really wasn't going anywhere. They were kicking the can down the road so as not to embarrass a fellow sitting member of Congress. Well, after this happens, and he is the reason that Kevin McCarthy is put out of the speakership, now a lot of Dems are not Dem, a lot of GOP members are upset with Matt Gaetz, and that pushes the ethics committee investigation forward. Mike Johnson comes in, and people kind of forgot about the ethics committee, except for the ethics committee. The House Ethics Committee was still over there working because these people couldn't stand Matt Gaetz. He had pissed off a lot of people, and they were hell bent on getting this stuff out there. Come 2024 election, Matt Gaetz is reelected. Meanwhile, across town, Matt Gaetz is still being investigated by the House Ethics Committees. They're about to conclude their report. Just as somebody on the committee told Matt Gaetz that they were about to release this report, Donald John, I think it was the next day or 2 days later, then ceremoniously nominates Matt Gaetz for Attorney General. Now, some are saying Donald John knew good and damn well there was an ice cube chance in hell of Matt Gaetz getting the nomination because, getting the confirmation because he was so hated within the Republican circles, and even Donald John and his influence could not get Matt Gaetz over the threshold to get confirmation. This was Donald John helping out a friend, and he knew that. So he throws Matt Gaetz a lifeline and says, I'm gonna nominate you for Attorney General. Matt Gaetz says, beautiful. Even though Matt Gaetz didn't Matt Gaetz knew he wasn't going to win. He thought maybe there was an outside chance if Donald Trump flexed, eating up on the Republican Party, but the Republican Party in the GOP ain't like the Republican Party in the House. See, in the House, Donald John can flex and say, hey, y'all better do this. But in order to get confirmed, Matt Gaetz has to go through the Senate. And the Senate Republicans are not here for Matt Gaetz and his fuck shit at all. So he knew he was dead in the water. But what he did was he goes ahead, he resigns from Congress, his current seat that he's sitting in, he resigns from Congress. And then in the letter saying that he will not be seeking to be his seat in the 119th Congress, which stands to take their oath of office on January 3rd. So what that means is Donald John called, well, I ain't gonna say Donald John called, but Matt Gaetz calls the few friends he has left and says, listen, this report cannot come out. Mike Johnson says, you know what? We'll do you a solid. We'll make sure it doesn't come out. Mike Johnson gets on press conferences and says, hey, Matt Gaetz is no longer a member of Congress. This don't have nothing to do with us anymore. You need not worry about the House Ethics Committee report coming out. So we think we're done with it. Well, today is a new day. It's a brand new day, Mr. Gaetz. A brand new day.
Save it for Oprah. This is a brand new day, ladies and gentlemen. A brand new day.
So he's still got enemies out there. Matt Gaetz didn't quietly go away and just shut the fuck up and, fade into oblivion, never to be seen again in Washington. He's over there still screaming from the rooftops. He's still over there making a lot of noise. So the people that can't stand him said, yeah, let's go ahead and do this. So we found out today that the ethics committee voted to go ahead and release said report on Matt Gaetz and everything he has going on. Now they're expected, this report is expected to come out in the next few days. We'll see. We'll see, because if it's going to come out, it has to come out before the holiday break, because once they go on the holiday break, that's it. When they come back, they get sworn in on January 3rd. The House and the Senate get sworn in on January 3rd. We will then have the 119th Congress. So anything that they're going to do, it has to be done now. Now, Matt Gaetz is on record vigorously denying all allegations. I'm here for all parts of it. Let's be clear. I am here for all parts of it. Now, Matt Gaetz, who I told you didn't go away. Hey, Candy Loves TV, who refused to go away quietly, went on Twitter saying he was exonerated by their ethics committee. When he wasn't exonerated, all they did was say, hey, we're not going to put this out because you're not a sitting member of Congress anymore. And so some people say by him putting that out on social media, that is the thing that made people upset. The fact that he was out there saying that he was exonerated, knowing wait, hold on. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, y'all. Really be just sent me a text, and I was trying to make sense of it, and my brain wasn't clicking. Okay. Child, what y'all think? I'm curious to see. Now, we've already on this channel, if you go back, I believe it was in 2022, we reported on the preliminary information that we were getting from this whole case. Apparently, the House Ethics Committee has testimony from several people. Now, when this was being investigated by the DOJ, there was testimony then too, and the feckless ass Department of Justice, led by sackless having ass Merrick Garland, decided, oh, well, we're not going to move forward on this sex trafficking case against Matt Gaetz. That's why the House Ethics Committee ended up having to pick it up, because bitch ass Merrick Garland and his fuck shit down to the Department of Justice refused to do anything. But I'm here for it. Listen, y'all already knew. If and when this comes out, bruh, girl, y'all know how we gonna break this down. Hey, Gabby, y'all already know what we do over here. We will break this down. Now, you're gonna have a lot of other YouTubers and bloggers out there that don't go into politics in this world. They're gonna be over there trying to break stuff down. Leave it for those of us who this is what we do. Okay. I just wanted to put that out there. Anyway, oh, also, let me take a pause. Harold, is you still in the chat? Harold, put it to Harold, let me know if you're still in the chat. If not, somebody go over there to the members only chat and tell Harold I'm looking for him. Harold left me a message somewhere talking about me mentioning several politics channels that I follow. And I got like 2 or 3 DMs about it as well. Excuse me. So I wanted to I was thinking about doing a separate video where I would go through just some channels that I follow and that I would recommend, and that you may find beneficial with regard to politics. I'm thinking about doing that as a separate video. Let me know if y'all would be down for that. And then we can do that one day, probably coming up real soon. I may do it Friday. Friday may be a good day for me to do that, because I'm real light. I don't try to do a lot on Fridays because I save a lot of stuff for Silly Saturday. So, not to the bathhouse in Alabama. You know what? Now, which report are you? Oh, you looking for the report, the ethics committee report? Yana, I'm gonna be combing all my people, all my areas, all my connections that I got down to the Washington D.C. and I got connections down to the Tallahassee and the Florida, the capital of Florida. See if I can get my hands on this good report. I actually have 2 friends that are staffers in DC. One's a staffer in the Senate, one's a staffer in the House. See what they got. Anyway, but so that's what we'll do Friday, okay? Girl, the thing about it is, Tracy and everybody else, the way news travels in DC, if I get it, once I get it, it's probably already out there, because certain news outlets will literally pay staffers and other people on Capitol Hill to leak information. They will absolutely pay, and they'll pay good money to get their hands on stuff. And so I'm not giving no good money. Now, I might pay you in other things when I see you, but I ain't giving you no money. I'm just saying. So usually, but I have some some sources of truth that will have it before mainstream or legacy media has it. And so a lot of times I can get stuff there as well, if not for my friends on Capitol Hill. Child, I'm not in DC right now. And if I go to DC, really being my best friend, gonna try to have me laid up with my ex instead of the people that can get us the story. Girl. Anyway, so yeah, so look out for that on Friday. Our live on Friday will be us looking at looking at channels in the politics world that you can go to find some great content, and that's not in the business of selling out. This is not Really B, and this is not the Tribe. This is L Teddy 27 Xavier, and we are pupils over here. This is the classroom, and you rolled up in my classroom real late today, Xavier. A mess. A mess, Xavier. We got to move on. Go to hell, Matt Gaetz. In other sugar spiky political news, the Republican Party is who we thought it was. The Republicans are who we thought they were. Okay? The Republican Party, the GOP, is who we thought it was. Why am I saying that? I'm glad you asked. So, you should know that when they said that they were doing away with diversity, equity, and inclusion, oh, they meant that. So much so that every member of leadership in the Republican Party is a white man. Let me say that again. Every single member of leadership, including the committee chairs in the House, at least in the House right now, are white men. Not a single white, not, I shouldn't say not a single white female because that sounds like a movie, but not one white female. Not you know it wasn't going to be nobody of any other race. There is one committee chair out of Florida. Well, I can't think of this man's name. But he's half white, half Mexican. Okay. He does not claim his Mexican heritage. Let's be clear. In the same way that you can't get Rafael Cruz to claim his Cuban heritage. But that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. I can't think of this man's name. He's out of Florida. Anyway, yeah, they want you to know. So this is not about diversity, equity, and and inclusion at all. This is about them flexing and establishing and reminding you all of who they are. This is the people telling you who they are. Now, who this is a slap in the face to, first and foremost, white women. I have no understanding for you white women. Oh, y'all thought they was gonna give y'all something? Nope. All they have for you is a hot load, a hot piece of dick, some cum up in your snatch so you can get pregnant and be forced to have a child against your will. That's all they got for you. They don't even have thoughts and prayers for you white women. So listen, y'all wanted this, y'all voted for this, and frankly, I think most of the white women out there enjoy this. They don't want no parts of most of the white women out there. They don't want no parts of being in charge. They don't want any parts of women being in charge. They want to be, let them tell it. They want to make America great again. Go back to the 50s and 40s when they weren't allowed to, I shouldn't say allowed to work, but when they were expected not to work, they were expected to be their ass at home, making dinner for their husband, having children, and rearing those children while their husbands cheated on them left, right, and sideways. Mm. I don't know what y'all want from me. I don't know what y'all want from me. I don't know what y'all want from me. Tracy said, check your email. Oh, what am I? Hold on. What am I looking for, Tracy? Okay, I see this. Oh, is this the one that I'm going to be talking about later? Hopefully, we'll see. I think this is the one I'm going to be talking about later. I'll see if it is when we get that, Tracy. But yeah, white women. Hey, Demetria, white women. I have no understanding for you. I have no understanding for you. Hey, Resilient. Was Trump elected by whites only? I heard Hispanics. Oh, don't worry, I'm not done yet, Resilient. Let me. No, white women gonna get the brunt of it, but I'm not done yet with the people who deserve some blame in this. Let's be clear, because let's be honest. The largest voting bloc in America, you want to know what that is? White women. White women make up the largest voting bloc in America. There are more white women than there are white men in America. That's what the statistics say. There are more white women who are registered voters than there are white men who are registered voters. The largest single voting bloc in America is white women. Who did white women overwhelmingly vote for? More than 50%? Donald John. So before I can go to Hispanic men, Latino men, before I can go and blame the Arab American community that decided to sit this one out because nobody seemed to give a damn about their issues, I got to look at white women. And I'm going to keep my foot on their motherfucking necks because that's what people want us to do. They want us to get out here and blame every other group. But raggedy ass white women, no, we can't blame them. No, El Teddy, leave them alone. Haven't they suffered enough? Fuck them whores. If they're not standing on my side of where we are, fuck them and fuck their lives. And I have nothing to do with it because they don't give a shit about me. They don't give a damn about my people. They don't give a damn that the police are out here murdering us on a daily basis. They don't give a damn that our communities are being disenfranchised. They don't give a damn that a lot of members of the LGBTQ plus communities are getting refused medical coverage. And I'm not even just talking about my trans community. I'm talking about people who may be HIV positive and things like that that are not. I don't give a damn. They don't give a damn about me. If they're on that side, fuck them and fuck their lives. I am not trying to protect white women. Those whores is how we got the fuck here. Them whores did that shit back in fucking 2016. And now we back at this bullshit again. I don't have it to do. Nope. Nope. Sure, I could talk about minorities and marginalized groups, but let's be clear. If white women had done the right thing, it wouldn't even matter what the fuck any minority did. They're the largest voting bloc, and those whores keep sending us up the creek without a paddle. And then to add insult to injury, see, now y'all finna make me go down this road. Then to add insult to injury, right? These stupid ass whores, they go and they vote for the big five: male, white, Christian, heterosexual, rich. And then you know what they do when they go back in their homes? They go and look for good black dick and maybe even some good Hispanic dick. All of those minorities that they don't give a shit about politically or how they're doing financially or how their well-being is, they sure are going into their homes and throwing their legs in the air and getting their backs blown out by those same minority women. And so same minority men. And so what happens is their husbands, their fathers, their brothers are then upset. They're intimidated because their mothers, sisters, daughters, and whatnot are getting their backs blown out by our kind, and that upsets them. So that's why they don't give a damn about us getting murdered in the street. They don't give a damn if we are poor from now until Jesus come back. As a matter of fact, then they try to gaslight us and try to make black people feel bad when we have a problem with every athlete, celebrity, and entertainer going out there and marrying and knocking up these whores. The same fuck bitches that vote against us and vote against our well-being at every fucking turn. Y'all done got me started. I'm already spiking the fuck out. Why am I already spiking out? This is the bullshit that I'm talking about. The shit is an endless cycle. But y'all want me to go over here and play nice with the people who don't play nicely. The resilient, clearly you are unlearned. Now I hate to have to put you, since you wanted to flex resilient and come in the chat and type things that are just so innately wrong. Then let's break down what you said, resilient. Clearly, you are unlearned. Clearly, you're one of the people who like to spew talking points that you've heard on Fox News and Truth Social and act like you know what you're talking about. Well, you don't. You don't. Because if you want to tell me good economy, what does that mean, resilient? Because the last time I checked, the Federal Reserve wants no parts of what the next administration is going to do. Every economist this side of heaven has also said there's going to be a reckoning coming to the economy. Let's also be clear that the economy today, in the year of our Lord 2024, is actually better than the economy was 5 years ago. Why am I going back 5 years ago? Because that was 2019. In December of 2019, prior to there even being a pandemic, at least here in America, it was over in China, but it wasn't here in America. Where the economy was then is not as good as it is right now in December of 2024. So that young man's economy isn't as good as the economy is right now. Let's go to your safe streets. Really? Really? Because when I think of the Republican Party, I think of safety and well-being. The same fucking party that tried to overthrow the goddamn government, that maimed and killed police officers in the Capitol building. Those are the people who I'm supposed to think about that are making my streets safe, right? Since you want to talk about safe streets, right? Mind you, the next president said that he's going to en masse free all of these people out of jail so they can go and try to overthrow the government again. I don't know. That's what you want, Resilient? I'm just going by what you put in the chat, since you in the chat talking to us like you know what you're talking about. Clean neighborhoods. Really? Clean neighborhoods? You're talking about the same administration that said on day one, they're ready to drill, baby, drill. The same administration that says there's no such thing as global warming. We shouldn't give a damn about polluting rivers and lakes and streams. Nope, none of that shit. We're for all of the fracking, all of the drilling. We're for every industrial company that spews toxins into the atmosphere. These are the same people that want to do away with the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency. And you want to talk to me about this being the clean neighborhoods, people? Really? That's what we're doing. Since legal immigration any day, we want to talk about legal and illegal immigration. Really? How about we really get down to the statistics? Because there are whole federal, you know, departments of government that puts out statistics on legal and illegal immigration. They do that. Each state has departments within the state governments that puts out information on legal and illegal immigrants. And I got a news flash for you, Resilient. What they didn't tell you is the largest faction of illegal immigrants are actually white people. They're not going to tell you that, though. The largest amount of illegal immigrants in this country aren't coming from south of the border. They're coming here on airplanes. They're coming here with visas, overstaying their visas, and just staying here as illegal citizens. Illegal immigration. But they don't want to tell you that because that doesn't fit their fucking narrative. Because I'm just going with what the fuck you wrote in the goddamn chat. Since we're going here, I'm just saying. They get a visa, they come over here, the visa says it expires on June 30th, you need to leave. They still here 3-4 years afterwards. White people. Not the people south of the border. White people. But y'all want to, talk to me. Then you got the stupid ass people that want to tell me all about stimuluses and taxes and Donald John Trump is going to help me with taxes. How the fuck is he going to help you with taxes? Hey, idiots. He's only going to help the people in the highest tax brackets, meaning the 1%ers. And 99% of America isn't in the 1%. Those are the only people getting tax cuts, them and major businesses. Guess who then has to bear the brunt of where all of the money's going to come from? That's us, idiot. But this is what we're talking about. Somebody do away with the resilient. I'm tired of arguing. I told you I don't even like to get into arguments with these people. I try not to even get into debates with these people because these people come out here, they go watch a Fox News or they go listen to some idiot tell them things that don't make sense and just are not true. Somebody take care of it. I'm tired of arguing. Lord. I'm tired of arguing. Hall monitors, do what you do. Thank you, hall monitors. Lord. I don't have this type of time. I do not have this type of time and or energy. I don't. Lord. Hey, Brittany Janae. Child. Girl. How you doing? Child. Ooh, sorry, y'all. I got a little animated there. Mm. Where's Larry? Larry!
Oh, God. You see, this is the part that I like.
Major sugar spike.
So long, well, I want to fight. Daddy gave his only begotten son.
Major sugar spike.
And shall ever believe
Major sugar spike.
they shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
Taste the biscuit.
Jesus!
I wish somebody help me.
Jesus. Hey, L Love. I ain't even see you come up in here. I had done got started. Lord, how you doing today, L Love? Child. They had done got me started. Girl. And y'all know I be over here saying I'm not gonna argue with these people. I'm not getting into arguments with these people. Child. You said your whole building is over here laughing, girl, because these people want to come over here with this stupid shit. I should have known when they didn't want me to talk about white women that it was all downhill from there. I should have known right when they started saying, "Oh, don't blame white women." I should have known right there it was all downhill from there. Them helpers get it every time. I don't give a damn. Child. Girl. Okay, L Love. I'm sorry I ain't say nothing. Girl. You know I love you, girl. Anyway, y'all, in the great state of South Carolina, that's where we are now. Put a 27 in the chat if you live in South Carolina. So, if you live in the great state of you was ready from there. Girl, I ain't even have to bring the Book of Darkness out on that person because I'm like, this what we doing? You in the wrong place to try to argue politics over here. You are in the wrong place because we know what we're talking about over here. Child. Brazil, you got a rich in the head and kicked out, child. Girl. Lord. Anyway. Well, hello, Mr. Builder. I almost said Bob the Builder. I don't want to call that man Bob the Builder. I don't even know that man. Anyway, so let's talk about South Carolina. So if you live in the great state of South Carolina, you need to be concerned. They're reintroducing a bill in South Carolina that could land you with the death penalty for having an abortion. Yeah. They have reintroduced a bill, legislation, in South Carolina, where it was pre-filed, I should say, by State Representative Robert Harris. The legislation seeks to redefine an unborn child as a quote person, end of quote, under South Carolina's state homicide and assault laws. That means harm to an unborn child, including through abortion, could be prosecuted as a homicide. And in some cases, homicide is punishable by the death penalty in the great state of South Carolina. I should also remind you that if I'm not recall, Tracy or somebody that was here, maybe Yana, remind me, was it South Carolina the ones that reintroduced firing squad into modes of being executed? Didn't they reintroduce firing squad back into the mechanisms by which you could have your ass executed in the I think it was South Carolina, if I'm not mistaken. The legislation includes a few exceptions. Those include life saving medical procedures, spontaneous miscarriages, and unintentional errors by licensed medical professionals. Additionally, individuals who have been threatened with physical harm to obtain an abortion would be able to use that as a defense. This is expected, even if passed, to be litigated and make it all the way to the South Carolina Supreme Court. You should know that the South Carolina Supreme Court is filled with all men, all white men. You should know. Just saying. Angela, you say I was wearing resilient out, baby. Listen, I had to get up on one. Hey, Mamiana, what's good, boo? Cha. Anyway, so if you live in the great state of South Carolina, this is happening again. Moving on. So, those of you all who are government employees, you don't have to wait for Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy to to have you lose your job. I mean, if we can't fund the government, then you're going to be on furloughs anyway, and you won't be getting paid anyway. Even prior to Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy through the Department of Government, whatever government in, I don't know. I forgot the name of the goddamn Department of Government. I don't know. It's some fuck shit. Anyway, but even before they do their damage, we may not even have money to pay y'all with. I'm just saying. So apparently, Mike McCarthy is not Mike McCarthy. Mike Johnson, Kevin McCarthy, Mike Johnson. Mike Johnson is being met with resistance by his own party. His leadership team is quietly discussing a plan B to fund the government amid conservative opposition and vocal criticism from incoming President Donald Trump's top ally, Elon Musk. The Louisiana Republican is discussing dropping $100 billion in disaster aid plus other attachments and instead passing a quote clean CR, then dealing with the other issues in the new year, according to two Republicans with knowledge of the conversations. In addition to disaster aid, that would mean dropping $30 billion for farmers and a 1-year extension of the farm bill, among other items, at least for now. Here's where the problem is. That Doge, it's Department of Government Efficiency, I believe it is. Department of Government Efficiency, that's what it is. Doge, Department of Government Efficiency. They don't want to pay any of this out. They don't believe that the federal government should have to pay for things like hurricanes or acts of God. So there's a portion of the continuing resolution. That's what the CR stands for, where they continue to fund the government, where they're going to give money to those states affected by Hurricane Helene, Hurricane Milton, and other natural disasters that have happened from the federal government. There's also a bill in there because of the global warming and climate change that they're so unwilling to accept, where farmers are now having to be subsidized because they can't get the loans that they need, they can't get the insurances that they need because of things that have caused whole crops, changes in the weather and natural things that have happened because of global warming that has caused farmers to lose whole crops at times. And because of that, some of the loans that that a lot of the farmers, most of the farmers across the country normally can get, they aren't able to get anymore, as well as certain insurances that they get, and that's because of all of the reasons we just named. Well, the government knows that they need the farms, the farming industry to sell certain things to other countries. This all going back to the what? Economy. That economy that these people told you that they were going to fix, right? So if they don't pass this $30 billion attachment to the continuing resolution, then those farmers will not be able to do what they need to do in order to grow crops, add to this economy that they're trying to help. They're also not that also means that they would not extend, like I said earlier, that they would not extend the farm bill that also helped to help out the farmers, I should say. Elon Musk doesn't want any of that, right? Neither does Vivek Ramaswamy. They have also gotten Donald John on board with this, and because Donald John and his band of merry men, Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy, is on top of this, conservative Republicans are also in the House saying, yeah, we're not here for this either. If they're not here for it, we're not here for it, because we have a mandate from the American people, even though you won by I think less than 1% after all of the votes were counted. But there's a mandate. I'm just telling y'all what's going on. I just report the news. Please don't look for me to you know, because we base how good the economy is based on the price of one item, which is eggs. Because everybody said, I can't afford eggs, so the economy must be doing bad. I'm just saying. It's the eggs. Let me move on. Listen, Mike McCarthy, these are your people. Listen. The calls are coming from inside the house, okay? These are your people. This is your party. You go over there and fight with them. We don't have anything to do with it. Take your ass over there with your people, the Marjorie Taylor Greens, the Paul Gossers of the world, the Scalises of the world, all of those people over there, the Boberts of the world, all of your people, you go over there with them. You argue it out with them. We don't want any parts of it. We ain't got a fuck thing to do with it. Let me move on. Is this what we're doing? So, Donald John said, y'all don't want these people. He don't give a damn. You're going to take these people. You may not want these people, but you're going to get them, and you're going to get a lot of them. So, he has said that he's going to nominate this young man, okay, who I promise you has an IQ south of 50. I promise you this young man is the poster child for CTE. So he's saying that he's going to nominate Herschel Walker to be the ambassador, the U.S. ambassador to the Bahamas. Now, as someone who 3 out of my 4 grandparents were born in the Bahamas, I am of Bahamian lineage through and through. It sickens me that this is happening. I guess we're supposed to take solace in the fact that instead of him putting him over some remember he said he was going to have him in charge of missiles and stuff like that. Remember that? He said that he was going to put Rudy Herschel Walker over, missile deployments and shit like that. I guess we're supposed to take some solace that, okay, he's not in charge of some government entity that's in charge of missile deployments. And I'm supposed to take solace in that he's supposed to be, now he's going to be ambassador to the country of my lineage, the Bahamas. This is what we got going on. This is what we got going on. Let me call my relatives over there and let them know what's coming. God help us. If you did not, and listen, if you have made it through this sugar spike segment and have not spiked out yet, well, go ahead and get you a piece of candy now. This will make you spike out. We're going to have to get a third dose of Larry because we'll need Larry to help us make it through this story. Larry, we need you for a third time, the trifecta, Larry. We need you now.
You see, this is the part that I like.
Major sugar spike.
So love the world. I want to fight. That he gave, yeah. His only begotten son.
Major sugar spike.
And shall ever believe.
Major sugar spike.
They shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
Taste the biscuit.
Jesus!
I wish somebody help me.
I told y'all to go get you something. I'm going to read just the first sentence of this article, and I'm going to let y'all go from there. That's all you need. A federal judge granted lawyers for Derek Chauvin permission to have tissue samples from George Floyd's heart and other body fluids tested in order to pursue an expert witness theory that Floyd died of a heart condition, not asphyxiation from Derek Chauvin kneeling on the 46-year-old black man's neck for 9.5 minutes. I don't know what y'all want from me at this point. I don't know what you people want from me. I don't know. I just don't know. Yep. Because you kneeling on someone's neck for 9.5 minutes, nothing to do with the person dying, right? Xavier, I just read the stories. I don't know what y'all want from me. In his bid for a new trial, the former Minneapolis police officer argues that Eric Nelson, the attorney who represented him in his federal trial for violating George Floyd's civil rights, provided ineffective assistance of counsel by ignoring communications prior to his December 2021 guilty plea from Dr. William Schaetzel, a forensic pathologist. Schaetzel had independently reviewed Floyd's autopsy report and was convinced that Floyd had died from complications from a paraganglioma tumor that had secreted excessive levels of adrenaline, causing a fatal heart attack. In his motion filed on December 13th, Chauvin, who is serving a 20.5-year sentence on the federal charges, sought permission to examine evidence including heart tissue and fluid samples that he argues could validate the alternate theory on Floyd's primary cause of death. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this with y'all. I'm not doing this with y'all. Nope. Nope. I mean, what do we expect? Just last week, we had the murderer, Daniel Penny, get acquitted for murdering Jordan Neely. Don't forget, the murderers of Elijah McClain are walking the face of the earth, free men. Did you forget that? So I fully expect for your president to probably, why wouldn't he pardon Derek Chauvin and all of those men involved in the murder of George Floyd? I fully expect them to pardon Derek Chauvin. We got Kyle Rittenhouse roaming free. He's a fucking murderer. We just reported that the woman that murdered Dante Wright is going to be getting out early. Amber Geiger out here applying to get out of jail early for murdering Botham Jean in Texas. Like, we have endless names of people. So I fully expect the next administration to not only pardon the likes of a Derek Chauvin, he'll probably get another congressional gold medal like they plan to give Daniel Penny, right? A presidential medal of freedom, right? Because the murder of black bodies is celebrated in this country. The murder of our people is something that's applauded. It's something that gets you medals, that gets you the highest award given out by the United States government to a civilian. Oh, Uncle Jay. Oh, they have a plan for that because after the summer of 2020, most states put into law where you're no longer allowed to protest like that anymore. So don't expect to have another summer of 2020 with Black Lives Matter. Most states have laws on the books that you will immediately be arrested for protesting, and you will be arrested, and you'll be arrested with a felony conviction, then summarily ending your right to vote, and that meaning less people in the electorate that can vote these people out of power, so these people can perpetually be left in power because they want to continue to have their physical and proverbial feet on our necks. This is what the fuck we got going on. A mess. A damn mess. Let me move on. We spike it out over here. We got to move on. Oh, God. Jesus, God. I thought it was going to get better, Lord. Help us, Lord. I don't even know if we have the stomach for this. I'm telling you now, I don't know if we have the capacity for this story. I'm going to do it still because somebody got to tell this young man's story. Somebody got to bear witness of what happened here. Somebody got to talk about it. I don't want to, but what they want us to do is not tell the story of our own. They want us to say, it's too hard. We can't hear anymore. It's too painful. and therefore they can do all of this shit under the cloak of darkness and never have any accountability. So we will tell our own stories. We will say this young man's name. His name is Saya Allen. First name is SAIY''. Last name ALLEN. Saya Allen. A Florida family is suing Walmart over the death of a 9-year-old boy whose life-altering injury occurred at the local mega store. I'm going to give you the story, then I'll give you the update, and then you'll see why I'm upset. The family of 9-year-old Saya Allen took the retail giant to civil court, alleging that the store created a dangerous and unsafe condition that led to a serious head injury the boy sustained on November 25th, 2020, at a Walmart location in Fort Lauderdale. In their lawsuit filed in 2022, family members said that Allen hit his head after walking into a metal stock cart, which is a wheeled trolley with multiple shelves used by warehouse or retail staff to replenish store inventory, that was left in the middle of the store's walkway. Allen's mother, Tamika Springer, alleged in the complaint that the accident left her then 7-year-old son with a permanent injury that caused extreme pain and mental anguish and required medical care and attention. However, Walmart's attorneys are challenging Springer's negligence claims, asserting that Allen was, quote, inattentive, end of quote, and was not looking where he was going when he bumped into the cart. Quote, Walmart is not liable for the incident as the stock cart was so open and obvious that the victim should have been reasonably expected to discover it and protect himself by simply walking around it. And a stock cart is so obvious and not inherently dangerous that it can be said, as a matter of law, not to constitute a dangerous condition that will give rise to liability due to the failure to maintain the premises in a reasonably safe condition. End of quote. And that's what Walmart's attorneys wrote in a summary judgment motion. Also in that summary judgment motion, they said, quote, here, unfortunately, the victim was inattentive and failed to walk around a stock cart's handles that were observed by his sister, who was not walking with her head turned. The victim failed to use his senses and was walking while looking backwards. Therefore, he did not observe the open, obvious, and innocuous stock cart. End of quote. According to the court filings, surveillance cameras did not capture the accident, but they did catch the victim's, quote, speed walking or running before the incident. End of quote. Oh, you couldn't catch him getting hit by the cart conveniently, but you caught him speed walking or running. Really? The retailer's motion also includes testimony previously taken from the victim's sister, who said that her brother was looking backwards and she told him to watch out before he ran into the cart. Walmart argued that the victim, quote, failed to engage in the ordinary use of his own senses and walk around an item, end of quote. Now, even though the family, here's the update. The family of Saya Allen won a bittersweet victory in court following the civil lawsuit levied against the retail giant. Okay, because I told you the child ended up dying due to the complications from this injury. The complications from this injury ended in the death of this child. Okay. Um, he ended up after this complication, he ended up suffering seizures for years after the accident and ended up dying on May 7th, 2023. Well, in a final judgment on the civil lawsuit, the family was granted the jury awarded Saya's estate a total of $9 million. However, the family may only receive $2.7 million as the jury found Walmart was only 30% responsible for the boy's injuries. I don't even understand how that works. So how is Walmart only responsible for 30% of the boy's injuries? The boy ended up dying directly because of what happened due to the injury he received at Walmart. The boy started having seizures. The boy ended up dying from complications from the head injury. And you telling me that, we're going to award the estate $9 million, but you can only get but Walmart is only going to pay you $2.7 million. So where's the other amount coming from? Mind you, $9 million is nothing for Walmart. Let's be clear. And the fact that these sick, sadistic people are blaming the 9-year-old boy when you had this big ass unattended cart in the middle of the fucking aisle. Why is it there? Why is there nobody attending to this cart? God of mercy. And so you want to blame the 9-year-old child because a 9-year-old child should be blamed in a case where y'all left this thing out there unattended with nobody there. I don't give a damn if the child was walking, running, whatever. It was an unattended cart in the middle of the goddamn store. And I ain't even talking about a shopping cart. The stupid little inventory carts that only y'all use. You think you might not want to have that in the middle of the aisle when there are people in the store, customers? I'm trying to make sense of shit that just don't make sense. Let me move on. I'm spiking out, y'all. That $2.7 million is never going to bring that mother's child back. I promise you, $2.7 million is not going to suffice for that mother having her son in her life. There's no amount of money you can pay a mother to have to bury her 9-year-old child. Listen, you took the words right out of my mouth. If this wasn't a little black baby, they'll be paying him all kind of money. Walmart would not have even put up a fight. They would have settled out of court and probably paid that family 3 or 4 times that amount because they got it. They got that kind of money. They would have settled out of court and said, here's $40 million. But it's a black baby. It's a black child, and y'all don't give a damn because y'all don't see any humanity in our babies or in our babies, our adults, none of us. Let me move on. As we delve deeper into the dossier, these two Jesus God. These two right here, they continue to stay in our goddamn timelines, okay? We cannot get away from these two. God help us. So I talked to y'all about the back and forth yesterday. Well, there's more back and forth. Let me put this up between these two. Offset said, let me make this big. Hold on. So we looked at yesterday what Offset said, right? So then we have today. This is all from today. Single and miserable. Check to last 10 spaces. You mentioned me. You getting hit at the flex though. Get your flex on my. I can't even understand this shit. When you split the custody, I will. You ain't worried about music. You worried about dick. Everybody can see it. All you talk about us dick and in clubs burnt. No music, no nothing, just drum. Can y'all speak English? In reply to Offset had a tweet that says nobody win when the family stop capping, family fight stop capping to these people to make yourself look like the whole. It ain't the look. You a fire woman, good music, but you focus on dick and trying to make me look bad. Focus, bruh. This shit is whack from us both. Honestly, drop the album and go up. To which she replied, so dating because I'm single means I'm just worried about dick. You sound like a dummy trying to be fake nice after you did what you wanted from the beginning, trying to push a narrative to these people. Congratulations. Fuck off and sign the papers. I don't have to, I don't give a damn about. I really don't. I could give two damns about these two and what the fuck they got going on. I don't like either one of them. I don't like either one of them. I don't like either one of them. Okay. They both can go somewhere and fall off the bridge for all I give a shit. I don't care. Leave us alone. Take us out the group chat. We don't want to be in the group me no more. Okay. I'm just saying. Go with God. Um, if you live in the great state of Florida, you should know that you're about to lose access to Pornhub. Florida residents will soon lose access to Pornhub as the adult content platform plans to geo-block the whole state starting January 1st, 2025. The decision is in response to House Bill 3, a new law requiring websites hosting material deemed, quote, harmful to minors, end of quote, to implement age verification processes that include government issued identification. Pornhub has described the law as invasive and impractical, raising concerns about privacy and censorship. Visitors to the site in Florida have already been met with the blunt pop-up warning of impending block. The message reads, quote, let me show you I do have the message. Hold on. Hold your line. Let me show you the message that you get when you go to let me give you the message so y'all can know what we're looking at. Um here's the message. Right there. Message says you will lose access to Pornhub in 14 days. Did you know that your government wants you to give your driver's license before you could access Pornhub? As crazy as that sounds, it's true. You'll be required to prove you are 18 years or older, such as by uploading your government ID for every adult content website you'd like to access. We don't want minors accessing our site and think preventing that from happening is a good thing, but putting everybody's privacy at risk won't achieve that. Curious about the right solution? We encourage you to learn more about device based verification solutions that make the internet safer for all, especially children, while also respecting your privacy. Read our op ed in Why Device Based Age Verification is the Key to Protecting Minors Online, or watch this video on Making the Internet Safer for Device Based Age Verification. And then you can dismiss that. Um, Listen, I now that's my home state. I got an issue with that because let's be clear, Florida is Florida is a red state overrun with GOPers. Shall we, lest we forget that the GOP is gayer than gay? Lest we forget that the great state of Florida is one of the top consumers of porn in these yet to be United States of America? You do recall that during the Republican National Convention, they shut down sites such as Grindr. Florida is the fourth largest state in these yet to be United States of America. Or is it third? I think it's the third largest. Yes, I think Florida is number 3. California, Texas, and then I think Florida's number 3. Somebody will fact check me on that. So you mean that you finna deprive all of these people of their porn? You know how much people consume porn in the great state of Florida, and now you gonna make these people have to do all of this? I mean, I don't know what y'all voted for these people. Y'all continue to put these people in positions of power down to the Florida legislature, and now we're here. Oh, please don't believe that Florida is going to be the only one. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Now, we just talked about how other countries have nefariously hacked everything we got going on. Y'all looking for us to give more information, put more information on the web so we can get hacked and doxed all over the place. I just can't. I got to move on. Oh, we're not done talking about bans. So they're moving forward with the TikTok ban. So apparently, now I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying the process is moving forward. So the Supreme Court, the United States Supreme Court, has announced it will hear TikTok's appeal against a federal law that could ban the app as early as next month. The decision comes just one day after TikTok filed its challenge, signaling the urgency of the case. Oral arguments are scheduled for January 10th, with the court expected to decide whether to temporarily block the law before it takes effect on January 19th. The legislation at the center of we talked about that legislation. Listen, it's going to the Supreme Court, y'all. While agreeing to hear the case, the court did not issue a provisional block on the law, leaving its January 19th implementation date in place for now. By scheduling arguments for early January, the court is moving at an unusually swift pace, likely aiming to resolve the issue before President-elect Donald Trump takes office on January 20th. Oh, they already blocked it in Virginia and Louisiana? Oh. Mm. We are slowly turning into all of those countries that we hear about on the news and don't pay attention to, all of those authoritarian countries that we pick at, we're slowly turning into that. And at this point, it's not even slowly. We're quickly turning into that. We have the all-out assault on the media and news outlets. That's the first telltale sign of you turning into an authoritarian dictatorship. Get rid of the media. You see what happened with ABC News, where they said we don't want to fight with Trump, and then are now paying him $15 million for a case that every lawyer says they would win. But instead of saying, okay, well, we'll go to court, they're going to settle outside of court and give Donald Trump $15 million. Now you're blocking social medias. That's what happens in countries across the world where they have authoritarian governments. They block social media. They block Google. They block other social medias. They block Google searches. They block porn. They try to dictate every aspect of your lives. But all of those same Republican ass people that voted for these people are the same people that want all parts of their porn, specifically their gay and trans porn. Let's see what you gonna do now. Oh, I forgot. The people in positions of power in government, they have access to it because they're exempt from these blocks and things like that. They have ways and mechanisms around that. Don't worry about me. I have my own sites that I go to where everything is pirated, where I don't have to pay for it and I still get access to it even without all of this stuff. So I ain't got nothing to worry about. Let me move on. These two. Dwayne Michael and Christopher Maurice are in the news. I'm calling y'all by y'all governments. Damn all of that. Dwayne Michael Carter, and Christopher Maurice Brown are in the news. So apparently it's being reported that and that's according to a report from Business Insider, that the both of them were eligible for up to $10 million from the Shuttered Venue Operations Grant, a government program designed to help independent venues and art groups struggling during the pandemic. The money was intended to cover, quote, ordinary and necessary, end of quote, expenses, and recipients were required to show a 25% revenue loss between 2019 and 2020. Well, Dwayne Michael and Christopher Maurice, however, reportedly used those funds for personal expenses. According to the report, Dwayne Michael Carter, better known as Lil Wayne, received $8.9 million and used $1.3 million on private jets, $460,000 on designer clothes, and $2.14 million to settle a debt with his former manager. Christopher Maurice, who reportedly received $10 million, allegedly paid himself $5.1 million and spent nearly $80,000 on a lavish birthday party. Now, I told you what these funds were supposed to be used for. And so they're facing scrutiny and probably a good call from some government entity for the misuse of these pandemic relief funds. I don't know what y'all got a problem with them for. 90% of Congress took pandemic relief grants and funds and loans. And if they were loans, they got theirs forgiven. Why y'all over here bothering Breezy and Wheezy? Listen, I ain't got nothing to do with it, okay? Hey, Simera. I ain't got a goddamn thing to do with it. In our last story of the day, in our last story of the day, Jay-Z is facing more legal trouble. So apparently he has another paternity test lawsuit against him. He is facing another lawsuit, this time from RYM Satterwhite, who alleges to be the 31-year-old, quote, illegitimate son, end of quote, of Jay-Z. According to Mail Online, RYM lists Satterwhite, his late mother, Wanda, and his guardian, Dr. Lily Coley, as plaintiffs in the case. RYM claims Jay-Z acted fraudulently during prior paternity tests. In turn, he argues the plaintiff's legal rights were violated through fraudulent court actions, including sealed records and wrongful sanctions and obstruction of their legal proceedings. Before RYM's mother's death in 2019, she alleged to have had a sexual relationship with Jay-Z back in 1992 when she was 16 and he was 22. When she initially attempted to make Jay-Z get a paternity test, a Pennsylvania court shot the demand down, noting that her son was already over 18 years old at the time. According to state law, she would have had to establish paternity before then. Listen, y'all know that man got kids scattered all over the goddamn fruited plains, okay? I mean, he got kids littered across America. Just call him Johnny Appleseed, okay? Because bro was planting seeds all across America, okay? We're just going to refer to him as Johnny Appleseed from here on out. Jay-Z, I hope you pay your lawyers good over there, because I see you over there working them overtime right now. I ain't got nothing to do with it. I don't really care, Jay-Z. We're done for the day, y'all. Listen, did y'all enjoy yourselves today? Did you enjoy yourselves? I had a whole sugar spike today. I had a whole meltdown today. If you came in late, you might want to roll back. You might you might want to red ball back and go back to toward the beginning. I lost my goddamn mind. There was a troll in the chat, and I went on a whole tirade. I apologize for my tirade, y'all. I kind of lost it a little bit. I spiked out, y'all. I really did. I really spiked out, y'all. I really spiked out over. I don't know. And I told y'all I'm usually pretty good about this. I usually do not engage the hostiles. I told you I'm not going back and forth with these people. But some troll came up in here and I lost it. Did. Did. Mm, mm, mm. Anyway, go back and watch it. It was great. It was great. I'm just looking at my phone. Why Cam's texting me talking about drag her? Cam's done texted me talking about some drag her. Shout out to Cam's. Child. Y'all got me over here dragging people. Girl. Mama came out here, thought she was doing her big one. Put that shit in the chat. Child. Child. A mess. A mess. Are you on the phone with mom and them? Child. I had a little meltdown. I did. 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 Out listen. If you're not a part of the members only chat, I'm sorry. There was this video in the members only chat with Benzino. I'm not gonna play that shit over here because it may be triggering for some people. But Benzino had a situation where he was beating up his girlfriend. The girlfriend threatened to call the police, and then he took out a knife and threatened to off himself if she called the police. I said, I'm not going to play that for my people. That shit might be triggering for the wrong people, and I'm not going to even do that. We don't even give a damn enough about Benzino to play any of that shit. I'm not going to do that to y'all. We do not care about that man. Baby, baby, baby shark, doop, doo 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 doo. Baby, if I'm the girlfriend, you want to go ahead. The police are on their way. So whatever you decide to do, let me know how that works out. That's a good question, Xavier. That's a wonderful question. Anyway, put a shondo in the chat if you enjoyed yourself today. I enjoyed y'all, regardless. I enjoyed y'all. If you choose to, you could donate to the platform right there. If you should so choose, you could donate to the platform right there. We try to keep y'all informed. I already told y'all, if the goddamn report comes out from the ethics committee or Matt Gaetz, y'all already know we gonna be over here breaking that shit down like no other. Hey, Spicy Original. We gonna be over here breaking it down like only we can over here. Okay. Anyway, as I always say, I love y'all. I love on y'all. Thank you all for being vocal, present, and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make to the channel. They are much obliged and much appreciated. I thank y'all for being here. We'll be back tomorrow. And don't forget, on Friday, we're gonna do that live where I go through some channels, some politics channels that I recommend, and things like that. Since a few of y'all asked me about that, and we will have Silly Saturday this Saturday. There will be a Silly Saturday this Saturday. So look out for all of that. That's all I got for y'all. For now. Until next time, thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. I'm out.